Hello and welcome back to Bourbon Barrel Talk. I'm your host, Scott Minton. Today we're back in the Brock Bourbon Bar. We are drinking some High West.
Ooh, it's been a while since we had some High West on here, hasn't it?
It has.
Some of my faves.
Now this was supposed to be an interview, and then we ran into life. We had to reschedule, do this, do that. They had to reschedule, so now we're just going to release it as a regular episode. We're going to taste it, talk about it, and let people know what we think. This should be a quick hitter, as we like to call them, and run from there. Well, then again, you're right. Brian is here today. It could easily turn into a 35-minute escapade.
And there it is.
It's that left turn at Albuquerque that nobody ever expects.
That's right. All right, the Prisoner's Share. What do we got, Nick?
All right, so the Prisoner's Share, it is released by High West. This looks to be year 25, batch 5, because it has 25005. So that's assumption right there. It comes in at 51%. So it's 102. No, 102, right?
Yeah.
And it is a blend of straight whiskeys, which both rye and bourbon. So it's both of those. Finished with the Prisoner red wine barrels. So that's actually a separate line. Oh, it's actually a line of wine barrels that's out there.
There we go. Now, when we talk about this, right, the Prisoner Share, and then I think when you said the 25 whatever, I think it's the year 2025.
No.
And then May.
Yeah.
And then May of 2025.
Okay, it might be that. I just wasn't sure if that was batch 005.
I think it's just I think it's the release date, 2025, and then May of 2025. Okay. But I don't know. I'm assumption.
Yes, I was saying
what
when
happens when you assume, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's guesstimations that we can only assume.
Exactly.
It might make
myself
told. An ass out of you and me, but you know what? We like to assume around here.
Absolutely.
Oh, and I would like to make this disclaimer for our listeners. Do not bust our balls when we pronounce the name of the wines that are part of the blend.
That's all right. I'll get them right.
It is a blend of
6. Wasn't it 6?
six different barrels, something like that.
6 wines?
I was doing this because it was cueing Nick, and he was like in nowhere.
No, you were aiming that at Brian.
No, I was just saying.
All right, so we have Zinfandel, Petit Syrah, Petite Syrah,
yeah,
and then Syrah.
Yeah.
For some reason, one's with an I, one's with a Y.
Yeah.
That part I don't know too well.
Syrah.
Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, and Malbec.
Gotcha. That's a lot of wine.
That's a lot of wine for a blend. Just for a wine blend. And then the juice from High West goes into that barrel.
Right. So what's kind of intriguing to me is like when I think of wines or wine blends, right? Like you think of like your sherries and things like that because those are typically fortified or blended wines, things to that nature. I don't think a lot of times of this type of a blend. Now, I know that they do make blends, right? But I'm one of those people that I typically I'm drinking either something super sweet or I'm very specific. I'm going to a Sauterne, which you were talking about, or some other white wine, or I'm drinking, on occasion I might drink like a Bordeaux or a Burgundy.
I mean, even though, for a lot of the wine finishes that we have around here that we've actually sampled on the podcast, typically you're looking at ports, whether it be a Ruby or
PX. No, that's sherry.
No, that's sherry. Tawny
port, yeah.
Tawny.
And those are typically the popular ones.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And so, because I think those tend to carry over a higher chance to take over that flavor, to transition and blend that flavor.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They stand out a little bit.
Right. Boy, the nose on this thing is sweet.
So I'm typically not turned off, but I typically steer away from things that are finished in wine casks. However, like I get like a cherry Coke, like a syrupy cherry Coke. Don't love cherry, but it's an intriguing sweetness that makes me want to drink some more.
See, I'm getting more of a blackberry-ish type smell.
This is going to sound weird. This is going to come back to like the 40s and 50s thing.
Uh-oh.
Soda jerk, whenever they would have those syrups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, it's definitely that old school, like sweet, syrupy smell.
Yes.
But I'm getting more of like almost like a blackberry or...
Fig jam?
I mean, you could say fig. It's just more of an earthier, like, berry. When I think of, like, cherries, I think of, like, more of a tart smell.
Tart,
and this is more of a... Yeah. Like blackberries, blueberries, those are like your earthier berries. So they've got a little bit of texture to them.
Right. Cher wine?
That's fine, yeah.
Okay, good. Yes.
The fake Dr. Pepper?
Well, yes. In Chicago, that stuff was never sold. I discovered it on a drive down to Tennessee and bought some.
Okay.
So speaking of Dr. Pepper,
oh boy,
there's a rumor that it's like part root beer, part Coke.
That is only when when a restaurant or bar does not have Dr. Pepper and somebody orders it.
No, but somebody said that like that's how they came up with the original recipe. I saw some dude on TikTok or something say that.
I don't know, because like a lot of bars would blend like a Coke
Right.
and Sprite for like their ginger ale-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I wonder if it's somewhat of the same.
I don't know.
I mean, there's been some. I can't remember what the blend is, but I think I've seen a few people try to do mixes, as you were saying, between a couple of different sodas, and then all of a sudden, oh, that tastes just like a Dr. Pepper.
Right.
So, and I think it might be what you're talking about, kind of like a root beer and something.
Anyway, back to whiskey.
Yeah.
What? Oh, okay.
No, I mean I agree. I mean like yeah. Anyway, but we got to get back to the whiskey. We diverged enough there.
We went on the pea
Yep.
patch.
So yeah,
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to say nose is really good in
Yeah.
comparison because I think I'm not getting much of the rye that would come through on some of those noses.
So, is this a rye whiskey?
It's a rye and bourbon
Bourbon
blend.
blend.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's a blend. It's like one of their
So it's like a boo rye
yes.
Yeah.
finished in a wine.
Yeah, and which is fair because we can actually call it that with them. But
Absolutely.
No other distiller. Like
Correct.
kudos to you all for patenting patenting
Right.
that.
Trademarking that shit.
Yes. Yeah, and I'll say it noses well below 101 proof.
It's just so sweet. I could just sit here and just sniff this glass all day.
Well, let's taste it.
All right.
All right.
You go in first.
Okay.
While you're going in, there's a little bit of a baking spice there
You
that
love
I'm really
your
picking
baking
up.
spice.
I do love a good baking spice. I like cardamom. I like ginger. I like that peppery, cinnamony type flavor.
Yeah, it's almost like, and I get where you're coming
And I'm
from.
not
It's
saying that
almost,
that's what it tastes like.
Well,
I'm saying,
it's almost like it's a blend of
yeah,
cardamom and ginger.
yeah.
Oh, that taste is interesting.
I know it's.
The best the thing is the sweetness really goes away, at least in my opinion. But you get almost like a little bit of rye, and then it kind of transitions to an earthiness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That is it's weird to say, but it's kind of like a straight level flavor that just kind of keeps going for a while.
Yep. And the legs on this thing is great.
Yeah, that finish. It's just. Yeah, steady.
It's
it doesn't
steady.
peak. It doesn't
Yeah.
go away. It's just.
It's still there.
Yeah, it lingers. Yes, cranberries. Thank you. But it just stays, consistent. It is a consistent, finish that is unheard of.
The rye is definitely the star of the actual blend of the bourbon and the rye, though.
Yeah.
Yes, because you can hit that rye at the very beginning
Yep.
on the palate, front mid palate, but then as it transitions that mid to back, it just kind of stays there.
It
just
does.
goes.
But it's got that nice little like chip at the front of your mouth, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like
It's that
get that little tingle. Yeah.
that little chew.
So, do any of the wines that are blended in this go earthy? Because like their rye, to me, it's a very earthy rye.
Yeah.
I'm not enough of a wine aficionado to say one way or another if any of these go earthy.
Mm-hmm.
I would say if any of them did, it would probably be the Malbec or the Sauvignon.
Right.
And that's just because they're more drier wines, is my
Yeah.
understanding.
I mean, the Sauvignon can definitely be very earthy. I've had it.
Yeah. And like I said, I think with it being more of a dry wine, it's going to go a little earthier typically than,
Yeah.
But the nose is just so sweet and so delicate.
See, and I'll admit, I'm getting more of the spice on the nose for me.
You're not getting the sweetness?
No, but I do on the
What happens
palate.
when you go get drunk all weekend long and then you come back trying to figure out your life and all your choices.
So
They were great choices the entire weekend, let me tell you.
while I was looking up some of the wines that was on that blend, Syrah came up, and it has notes of like black pepper, spice,
Huh. Well,
Smoke.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense
and
then.
even bacon fat. It's actually some
Really?
bacon fat in there.
Well,
Yeah, fill her up.
evidently I'm going to go get a bottle of Syrah.
Well, and that may be where that coating is also kind of
Could be.
playing off of.
Yeah, for sure.
That would make sense.
And then the Petite Syrah. I don't know. This is all crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's loopy. It's so different than anything else that I've ever had before.
But I get both like the blackberry, the blueberry, the different kind of fruits on that palate for me. So I don't know. My nose may be messed up. I don't have a clue.
Well, anybody who knows me, they know I think the note of blueberry is insane.
Yeah.
But my point was, whenever I said earthy, like when I think of a blueberry, I think
Yeah.
of earthy, right?
Yeah,
Like that's,
but I get all of those.
Yeah, I
that
get what you're
particular fruit
Yeah.
kind of blend.
So you're actually really spot on for that Malbec because it looks like it's kind of like earthy notes with hints of dark fruit.
Yeah.
So let's bring some science in. Try a drop of water.
Okay.
Oh my God, you're gonna make me barber this?
It's
like 102 proof. Why am I doing this?
No, 101.
Same difference.
Yeah. Or is no?
It's
102.
102.
Oh, sorry, 102.
51% times 2.
Wait, hang
Let's
on.
do it.
Hang on. Let me check. Siri, what is? No, I'm joking.
You better watch out. The
Yep.
daggone phone will start lighting
So
up.
for me, right off the
Like
bat,
a
when I
beacon.
added water, it's a different creature, and I'm going to look around and see if there's any.
That nose is still hot for me. I don't know.
Really?
You think the nose is hot?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think your sniffer's broke. I'm gonna put another drop. I think I only gave it about 1. I'm gonna go 2.
Yeah. So for
No,
me, the water.
I don't think it really changed that much with 1 on the nose, at least.
Yeah, a couple drops on here. I'm getting a little bit more kind of that rye pop, at least on the nose, is starting to come out a little bit more. I haven't tried. Haven't gone in for the
Yeah.
taste yet, but the rye is popping a little.
Yeah. Now I will say it is a touch more ethanol-y, like you were talking about, Barbara, with that second drop. Like
Yeah.
almost like a pepper spice is coming through on the nose.
Yeah.
No, big time, and on the palate.
Yeah.
Like now
yeah,
it's-
that the pepper is coming out a lot more correct on the palate.
And it's all up high on the palate. Like it almost goes like to the roof of my mouth.
This reminds me. No, there's no comparison in price or value, but it's almost like it's getting a little bit of that kind of black pepper, white pepper that I get kind of from OGD 114.
Yeah, I could understand that. I'll tell you what, though, the rye spice I feel like has actually come down on the palate.
Yeah.
It's higher on the nose, but it's less on the palate. That's weird.
Yeah, definitely different.
This one is an intriguing beast.
It is. This could probably go over a rock.
Absolutely.
Again, my mind just goes to, I got all loud there, so you're gonna have to fix that. But my mind goes to like a red wine on ice. It throws me off a little bit. Shit, now I'm curious.
I mean, it's just like I said. I mean, the more I taste it, especially after the drop, like I'm getting like this. It's almost like more of a creamy or sweet flavor, and it's less of that rye pop, and it's more of like your traditional bourbon. Like it's weird. It's almost like it's hiding the rye from the taste point, but from the nose, it smells more spicy and robust.
And this is not meant to be an insult, but when you add water to it, it noses almost like it's a Jello shot. So when you said creamy,
Yes.
just like everything about it just seems it's a lot more like together.
Yeah.
Like without the water, it had a lot more kind of peaks and valleys. I guess that kind of
Yeah. I get it. You're saying it's more of a consistent all the way through.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it's a lot more defined. It's a lot smaller space that it is on the palate and on the nose.
No, I had to use a little bit. I wasn't quite getting that. I did end up adding a couple extra drops, and yes, I started getting that. I wasn't sure what percentage of water you put in there, but I'm starting to get that little creaminess and lightness coming out in it.
Yeah, it just tastes a little creamier and a little smoother. Like it's like when you all were talking about the finish before, like it was poof, it was there, and it just kind of hung there for a minute. Now it's kind of like it goes in, you take that swallow, and then it just melts away.
Yeah.
So I would say this would be very interesting on the rocks. Now, I wouldn't delay in it because I think this is extremely like a transitional. So
Yep.
if you think about it, you just pour it, or you pour it immediately over the rocks. You take a sip. It's like what we had is almost neat.
Right.
1 or 2 drops in, kind of develops that. Rye kind of starts popping a little bit, at least maybe on the nose, even a little peppery, and then it transitions into something kind of creamier and sweeter, and then less of a finish.
That makes sense. I mean, yeah. As it gets more water, it opens up even more. I always wonder when people blend things, what's the method to their madness, right? Like what profile were they trying to get? Because I could say this might be even a little better at 98-ish proof, because I'm guessing that's probably about where I took it to based on the number of drops that I added versus, where it's at 102. Like it's weird how science works that way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but also, when you add water to it, immediately changes it.
It does.
And then I wonder that, it's like, so if you poured 2 ounces and proofed it down to 98, and then let it go for a week, I wonder how much it would change compared to when you first
fair.
added some water.
Especially if it had any kind of oxidation or air
Right.
included.
Yeah, that.
Because I'm also a very, very vigorous swisher. Like I'm constantly putting air into the whiskey while I'm drinking.
Yes, you are. It's like that. Like the glass is all sorts of dizzy.
Yeah. Like even now, like a little bit later, a little bit more, I'm getting more of that tobacco note on the nose.
I do believe that one side of my nose is a little fluffed up. But I'm also getting that tobacco on the taste,
Yep.
on the palate.
And now a little bit more of an earthiness is coming through on the palate.
Yeah.
It's weird. It does change.
Yeah.
So is there a pipe tobacco that I don't like? My mind goes pipe tobacco, like when I get all the flavors on it, because
Yep.
like there's some like sweet tobacco to it.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, I don't smoke or cigars or anything, but it's got this very, very nice smoky, sweet. Again, cranberry keeps on coming to mind for some reason.
Yeah.
Like a pastry that's like cranberry and cream.
Yeah.
It's just
I just wouldn't. To me, cranberry is either cranberry juice or the nasty, sludgy bullshit you eat at Valentine's Day, right? Like those are the two flavors that I
Thanksgiving.
think of. Yeah, whatever. What did I say? Christmas?
You said Valentine's Day.
Did I? Oh my god! Anyway, at Thanksgiving, yes.
Well, I mean, I feel for your wife if you serve her cranberry sauce at Valentine's Day.
I don't serve it anywhere. Like I refuse. Like my mom is one of those people that actually like the weird stuff that's like a jelly mix in the can and like. Bleh.
That's my favorite.
oh my
I
god!
just don't get it.
But I grew up on that, so
And that's fair, but
I
like-
think that's why.
And Becky's side of the family, they're like they're like cranberry sauce people. Like they like take cranberries, chop it up, put
Okay,
it like I guess like pecans and other bullshit in there. It all's trash to me.
They're the gourmet.
Yes, 100%. My mom's straight out of the can. She's straight up trailer park.
Bring it on all day long.
Much as my parents would do, they would do the cranberry sauce at the bottom. They would put kind of like, what was it, Cool Whip right above it,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
just sprinkle nuts over the top.
Yeah.
That's the amount that would be
Well,
done.
Mom would do, as we've gotten older, a cranberry Jello with the Cool Whip and nuts on top.
Gotcha. All right, back to the prisoner share.
Again.
It's like, I'm a big fan of sharing notes. I guess that the distillery releases.
Okay.
And they have sophisticated notes of raspberry jam, toasted mahogany, which I'm not quite sure. Yep, toasted mahogany, creme brulee, black pepper, cherry cola, French oak spice character, decadent, indulgent, and unforgettable. It is decadent to me.
It is very
it's
decadent.
very-
So would this be our cigar people? Is this something that? What kind of a cigar would you be puffing on at the same time?
I think you'd have to go with something kind of either in the super, super sweet family.
Yeah.
Or you would have to go the exact opposite.
Opposite.
Like you would have to go like a Churchill or like a Linga Privada or something like that. One of the ones that are very, very robust.
I'd agree with you. It'd have to be like very bold, powerful, or
To stand up
so
against
sweet.
it.
Or
Or
super
sweet
sweet,
that would
yeah.
marry with it. Yep.
Hey, could you see High West going from, because they went from the wine, or the wine, like the barrels themselves,
Right.
to the blend, and then to a cigar? It'd be pretty cool if they had the cigars where they had like the black wax on it too.
It would be kind of cool.
It just seemed like a full experience.
You could even almost just dip the tip.
Yep.
That might even add an extra layer of flavor. So that's what she said, right?
Yeah.
Anyway.
What-
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm just sitting back and just smiling.
Yeah. Yeah. Like one of my favorite movies, Wedding Crashers.
Yep. All right. So I think we should just, what do you think? We just throw a number on this thing? 1 to 10?
Yeah, I'm down. I actually have a number with it, and it's going to be interesting because I'm going to call this probably an 8-1, and I'm going to say 8-1 overtime with rocks.
There you go.
Because I think that I really enjoy that transition that it provides as, if it were on rocks.
Okay. I can get behind that.
Barbara?
I was thinking about 7-8 to an 8.
I'm at a 7 1/4 because this is something that,
7 1/4, like 7.25.
well, yeah, not 7 3/4.
Gotcha.
It's 7.25.
Gotcha.
But the only reason why, this is one that I would need to spend a lot of time with it.
Okay.
Like where I'm also a fan of when something's new to me, I'll pour some in a glass, put it to the side, and let it go while I drink the other one.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is so what I poured in my glass, I'm going to leave out and go back to it later.
That sounds fair. I think I'm in between like Barbara and Nick. I'm like that 7-8 to 8-1 range.
Yeah.
Like it could kind of fall in any of those ranges. I think I'm still going to go neat just because I prefer the nose neat.
Okay.
But definitely you could easily put a rock on this thing and it would just kind of fall into whatever atmosphere that you want as you drink it, I feel like. I think that's our episode of Bourbon Barrel Talk. If you want to find us, you can find us on Facebook, the Instagram, or the X. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. That way, whenever you get those episodes at 6 a.m. on Sunday morning, email us any questions at bourbonbarreltalk@gmail.com. This is Scott, Nick, Barbara, and Brian signing off. Peace.
Peace out.